Okay, video about everyday life. Has nothing to do with not necessarily anything to do with nursing. Excuse me. Let me. It has to do about treating people, being considerate, being polite, just being courteous. Saying thank you. You're welcome. Just being polite. I have to dance around HIPAA, so just bear with me. Issue last night, taking care of patient, blah blah blah. Resident comes on, dresses my ass down. I didn't honestly, and the way my personality is, unless you're really doing it really overtly, like threatening, I don't get nuances. I'm a stupid guy. I don't get nuances. My exes always say, you don't take hints. And I was like, oh, no, I don't. You gotta tell me. She was just dressing my ass down, supposedly. My charge was right next to it because I had escalated the situation, trying to get the resident in, trying to get help for my patient. So my charge was already there, whatever, and outreach nurse, all that stuff. Everyone was there. And so she told me later on, we had a meeting with my manager, assistant manager, how she saw things. I was like, oh, I don't care. She finally gave me orders to help my patient. That's all I care about. In the end, that's all I care about, getting the job done. That's how I did my business. So anyway, upshot is she's dressing my ass down. She walks into my patient's room, and I'm trying to warn her, by the way. I'll get to what I was warning her about. She starts talking to the patient. Patient dresses her ass down. Why and how? Well, the third-year resident that just bitched me out walked into the patient, who's a 15-year practicing anesthesiologist, who doesn't even practice anymore because she's a big-time pharma exec. She's like, I make a lot more money as a pharma exec than an anesthesiologist, who is basically the top tier doctor, by the way. It's surgeons and them. So you're talking $500,000, $400,000 more, depending on where you're working, whatever. Maybe people in the Midwest are say what? In the New York area, you're looking at serious buckaroos. So she doesn't give a crap. She's in business, and I always say business out earns medicine. I don't care what you think. Eventually, business will win, because medicine, you're earning by hour. The hours you work, whether you're a nurse, X-ray tech, radiologist, anesthesiologist, surgeon, and how many operations you do. As a businessman, it has nothing to do with it. You're doing whatever your business is doing, and that business can operate 24/7, 365, and in multiple locations and multiple countries. And then you're making a lot of zeros. Not me, I didn't do that. Just saying, it's the potential. So this poor resident, I had tried to warn her. This is what I was like, wait. She's a physician, and she kind of waves me off and walks in like she knows better. Yeah, she had her ass handed to her. Bad. Very bad. And because I went in later with some of the orders that I finally got, and the patient turns to me and she's like, I didn't like how that doctor was talking to you. She was pissed because I had been nice to the patient, and she saw, and the patient needed help. And even through that delirium, she's a sharp mind. She didn't earn her medical degree, with box tops. No, she studied hard and she earned it the hard way. She's, I don't want to say old school, but yeah, she's an older lady, so yeah, she probably got a degree. She's maybe a couple years older than me, so she probably got her degree in the mid-90s. So she'd been a doctor for quite a while, but she hadn't practiced probably in the 15 years because she's making money as a business lady, a business exec. So the lesson there is, and I talked to the patient later. We were talking why she and I got along, and why I said to her, I whether the CEO walks in or the janitor walks in or a doctor walks in or environmental walks in, I treat everybody the same way with utmost respect. You should. Why shouldn't you? It's not just like, oh shit, who am I talking to? It's just how you should treat human beings. Whatever, right? Well, and needless to say, I don't know much scuttlebutt, but what I heard is that this resident has been making waves anyway, and that's just how she does the things, and that's not right, and hopefully she's learned her lesson, and she can move on with her career. But this lady is basically like a VIP, and they're like, holy crap, and it hit the fan. But thankfully, and the upshot is later on when I said to my charge, I said, look, I got the orders I wanted. My patient's safe and happy. I avoided the RRT. I'm not afraid to call RRTs. I've called RRTs. I don't care about that. I pride myself on the RRTs I didn't call. The ones I headed off at the pass. This one I headed off at the pass. Because I was like, look, my patient needs this. You can't just say that's your diagnosis and you can leave. That much I said back to the doctor. I said, look, I need something for her. I can't do the script. You have to do it. You have to help me here. Let's work as a team and get it done. So anyway, that's what, my lesson here in this video is. Be polite, be courteous to everyone. It doesn't cost you anything. If it costs you a pint of blood, then I would say, okay, yeah, that's probably a little too much for you. No, do it. Be nice. Try to be nice. Try to be courteous. You catch more flies with honey than vinegar or whatever, and it might save your career one day, but that's something as nurses we should do. I was joking with one of my other patients that, oh, this person's taking over for me. She's very nice. You'll like her. Blah, 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 blah. And she was like, oh, yeah. And I joked with her. I was like, if she was mean, I would just say she's very talented and she's very skilled. And then the patient laughed. She's like, yeah, there are mean nurses out there. Don't be a mean nurse. And that is what I say. I say, oh, yeah, she's very talented. She's very skilled. But no, I by and large, I say, oh, she's very nice. He or she's very nice, very, whatever. I say the competent comments for the people that probably should do a little polishing on their personality. There's a couple. They are talented. They wouldn't stay if they weren't talented. So they are. I do admire those nurses for their skill set, although their bedside manner needs to be improved. And that was the thing with this doctor, her bedside manner. She thought it was good, but the patient heard everything and she knew everything. It wasn't like that's code to her and she doesn't know the gobbledygook lingo. She was practicing that lingo when this doctor, the resident, was still in grammar school or before, probably in kindergarten. So, she got her ass handed to her. It's a shame. I don't like anyone to get their ass handed, even when they're bitching me out. I was like, this is just not my nature. I don't like that. Because someday it's going to be. But, that's my advice to you guys. And that's the video. Be polite and courteous to everybody. It doesn't harm you. And it only makes other people's days better. Don't let the shit roll downhill and to be so blunt and crude. People say, I'm passing it on. Don't pass it on. Be the one to end that cycle. Okay?